It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we've got a
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. You look at this Cowboy defense.
They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Got him there. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first and 10 is Spiller.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Finds Spiller on the check down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott.
This is taken at the 23.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Henry Anderson there on the stop. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30.
Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert gets this into the hands of Allen.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Well, when we do games together, we don't see a ton of these, but always impressive when someone can get through that quickly, Charles, and get a hand on a field goal attempt.
And the key to success for them on that play, the get off on the snap, they timed it like they knew exactly when it was coming, and that set him up to deliver the block kick.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks a
we'll get started over here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
We're able to pick up the victory at home. Desmond Ridder strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On first down, Justin Herbert. Incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the gun, Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken from just outside the 30. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it, rolling to his right. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Prescott off play action. Buying time to his left. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start. Reception here, and look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A.
That's taken at around the 40. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. From the red zone now, Prescott flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
After review of the play.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Herbert on 1st down now. A little short pass. This is Everett. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out now.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Herbert. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 36. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, Prescott here to throw. They'll roll him out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Cowboys, they remain as hot as anyone.